living like a billionaire legend. Is it pure luxury or just a facade? Behind the blinding glory, championship rings, and the multi-billion-dollar Air Jordan empire lies a world of unimaginable extravagance, secret power moves, and dark mysteries they've tried to bury for years. But the most haunting question of all, where does the truth really lie in this empire? Check out 8 interesting facts about Michael Jordan, the last of which will surprise you. Michael Jordan's $29 million mansion nightmare and son's shocking arrest. Michael Jordan, one of the most powerful names in sports, a billionaire, a symbol of victory, just made headlines again. But this time, it wasn't for his legendary achievements on the court. After 12 years of struggling to sell his extravagant Highland Park mansion, the NBA icon finally let it go for just $9.5 million, a jaw-dropping 67% drop from his original asking price of $29 million. A property so luxurious that it once represented the peak of Jordan's empire became an unsellable burden, forcing the 6-time NBA champion to accept a fraction of its value. But as shocking as that is, it's nothing compared to the latest scandal shaking the Jordan dynasty. Marcus Jordan, Michael's own son, has been making headlines for all the wrong reasons. His highly publicized romance with Larsa Pippen, the ex-wife of Scottie Pippen, his father's former Bulls teammate, was already a media frenzy. The 16-year age gap raised eyebrows, but it was the long-standing feud between Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen that turned this relationship into an explosive controversy. And then, just when the world thought the drama had peaked, Larsa Pippen announced their shocking breakup in July 2024. But the nightmare didn't end there. In February 2025, Marcus Jordan was arrested by Orlando police in a scandal that sent shockwaves through America. The charges? Possession of cocaine, DUI, and resisting arrest. The incident, which took place in the dead of night, quickly became a media circus. The sight of Michael Jordan's son, once seen as the heir to his father's empire, handcuffed and disgraced, was a stark contrast to the pristine image of the Jordan name. Michael Jordan's legacy was built on perfection, dominance, and control. But today, his billion-dollar fortune, his family name, and even his own personal reputation are being tested like never before. Is this the beginning of the darkest chapter in the Jordan saga? Or is there more to this story than meets the eye? But while his son makes headlines for scandals, Michael Jordan is making billion-dollar moves in silence. Michael Jordan's billion-dollar empire. With Forbes pegging his net worth at a staggering $3.22 billion, Jordan doesn't just own businesses, he rules them. He didn't just play the game, he rewrote the rules of winning, turning the Charlotte Hornets into his personal gold mine, flipping his $75 million investment into a $3 billion empire. But that's just the beginning. Jordan's financial instincts are as lethal as his legendary fadeaway. He's not just a sports icon, he's a silent kingmaker, making high-stakes plays in NASCAR's 2311 racing, claiming his turf in Major League Baseball with a stake in the Miami Marlins, and sinking his teeth into DraftKings, a billion-dollar revolution in sports betting. And then, there's NBA Top Shot, his digital gold mine, a cutting-edge NFT powerhouse reshaping the way fans buy and sell history. But perhaps his most intoxicating investment? Cincoro Tequila, so ultra-premium that it sold 1.5 million bottles in the US in 2022 alone. His empire isn't just about billion-dollar deals, it's a lifestyle. His name commands high-end restaurants, elite golf courses, and luxury car dealerships, all serving as shrines to his status as the ultimate power broker. Even in entertainment, Jordan's mark is unshakable. He didn't just star in Space Jam, he turned it into a cultural juggernaut. And when The Last Dance dropped on ESPN, it wasn't just a documentary, it was a phenomenon. But here's where it gets mind-blowing. In his early NBA days, Jordan made just $550,000 a year, a fraction of the $30 million per season he earned in the mid-90s, totaling $90 million for his entire basketball career. Impressive? Maybe. But it's nothing compared to the $1.8 billion he pulled in from Nike, Coca-Cola, Chevrolet, Gatorade, and McDonald's. a global endorsement empire that made him richer off the court than he ever was on it. And then, Air Jordan, the 1984 sneaker deal that changed the world, a brand so powerful it sparked nationwide sneaker heists. Today, his Nike empire pulls in $3 billion a year, securing him a guaranteed $100 million annually, all while he's been retired for decades. But his ultimate power move? Buying the Charlotte Hornets for $75 million in 2010, then selling the team 13 years later for a jaw-dropping $3 billion? That single deal crowned him the first billionaire athlete in NBA history and secured his financial throne. Michael Jordan isn't just a sports legend. He's an economic titan, a shadowy power player, a king moving in silence while the world watches in awe. The real question is, what's his next move? Comment Michael Jordan if you like him. But perhaps the biggest mystery of all, why did Jordan retire 3 times? Was it just personal decisions, or was something darker happening behind the scenes? Michael Jordan's shocking retirements, gambling allegations, and ultimate betrayal. In 1993, at the very peak of his dominance, 3 straight championships with the Chicago Bulls, the face of an era, Michael Jordan did the unthinkable. He walked away. The world was left stunned, but the truth behind his decision was far more devastating. Just months before, his father, James Jordan, was brutally assassinated. The murder of the man who had been his rock, his guiding force, sent shockwaves through Jordan's soul. But the mystery surrounding Michael Jordan didn't stop there. Jordan's high-stakes gambling was suddenly under the microscope. His frequent trips to high-roller casinos, the eye-watering sums of cash exchanged like loose change, it all led to one burning question. Was Jordan's sudden retirement truly about grief? Or was it a quiet exile, a shadowy deal made behind closed doors? But legends never stay gone for long. In 1995, Jordan returned, not just to play, but to reclaim his throne. And he did, dominating the NBA once more, leading the Bulls to another 3 straight championships, cementing the myth of the double three-peat. He had defied the odds, silenced the critics. But just when the world thought he had nothing left to prove, he did it again. In 1999, Jordan vanished. A second retirement, another chapter closing. But this story was far from over. In 2001, at 38 years old, he stunned the world once more this time, wearing the jersey of the Washington Wizards. But this wasn't the same story. This time, it wasn't about championships. It was about power, politics, and ultimate betrayal. When Jordan returned, he believed he was building a new empire, one where he ran the show long after his playing days ended. But on May 7, 2003, that dream was shattered. Abe Pollin, the Wizards owner, fired him, a move that Jordan saw as the ultimate stab in the back. His response was brutal and direct. "If I had known this, I would never have played for the Wizards." And just like that, the greatest player the game had ever seen was forced out, not by injuries, not by age, but by betrayal. His story is one of greatness and mystery, victory and controversy, power and downfall. Jordan's empire isn't just about basketball, his real obsession. Luxury real estate that will leave you speechless. Inside Michael Jordan's billion-dollar mansion empire. The moment Michael Jordan seized control of the Charlotte Hornets, he wasted no time stamping his legacy onto the city's skyline. He casually dropped $3.15 million on a double condo penthouse in an exclusive high-rise, just another sparkling gem in his ever-expanding empire of luxury. But make no mistake, this was only the beginning. Jordan's obsession with extravagant real estate took root in Chicago, where, after marrying Juanita Vinoy, he acquired a breathtaking 8,000-square-foot triplex penthouse, perched high above the city with panoramic views of the Michigan River and the glittering skyline. Originally purchased for $3 million, the property would later be sold for $3.2 million after his divorce. But by 2023, its value had skyrocketed to a staggering $6.8 million, a testament to Jordan's ability to turn everything he touches into gold. But for Jordan, luxury is not just an asset, it's a way of life. In Cornelius, North Carolina, he secured a magnificent lakeside estate, a 12,300 square foot retreat of classic architecture and breathtaking waterfront views. Purchased for $2.8 million, its value has since soared to nearly $4.8 million, proving once again that Jordan's financial instincts are as lethal as his fadeaway jumper. But he didn't stop there. He once owned a 9,600 square foot mountain mansion in Park City, Utah, a sprawling estate perched atop 10 acres of untouched wilderness. Though originally listed at $7.5 million, its value has ballooned to $10 million, yet still, no buyer has dared to claim this majestic fortress. Yet even among these lavish homes, nothing compares to the legendary Highland Park estate. A 56,000 square foot mega mansion, built entirely from scratch and completed in 1995, this was more than a home. This was Michael Jordan's personal empire. From the 7-acre sprawl of its grounds, to the iconic number 23 gates standing like a monument to his untouchable greatness, this estate defined his dynasty. But even legends struggle to find buyers for kingdoms. Originally listed for $29 million in 2012, the price was slashed to $14.8 million in 2015. Yet still, it remains unsold, standing as a ghostly relic of his reign. But the true crown jewel of Jordan's ultra-private world remains hidden from the public eye. His rumored 27,000 square foot Florida mansion, shrouded in secrecy, is said to have cost a staggering $20 million to construct. Very few have ever seen inside, but whispers of its unbelievable scale and grandeur only fuel the legend. Because for Michael Jordan, luxury isn't just about wealth, it's about power, legacy, and leaving the world in awe. And if history has taught us anything, it's that his empire of extravagance is far from finished. What does a billionaire spend his fortune on? From jaw-dropping mansions to an $80 million yacht, Michael Jordan's taste for luxury knows no limits. But wait until you see what's hiding in his garage. Inside Michael Jordan's secret supercar vault, for years, whispers have circulated about the jaw-dropping machines hidden behind the towering gates of Michael Jeffrey Jordan's ultra-exclusive garages. These aren't just cars, they are monuments of power, status, and untouchable wealth. Each one, a masterpiece of engineering, a reflection of the sheer dominance of the greatest basketball icon of all time, lined up like rare jewels. Awaiting the command of their legendary owner, sits a sleek Porsche 930 Turbo Cabriolet, its value now soaring past $140,000. Beside it, a custom Mercedes-Benz S600 Lorenzer, a vehicle so rare that it once commanded nearly $200,000 at auction. A few steps away, the Land Rover Range Rover, a $70,000 titan of luxury and control, stands ready for elegant escapes, while the Ferrari 512 TR, a machine of raw Italian performance, demands attention with its $210,000 price tag. But for Michael Jordan, precision and speed aren't just preferences, they're obsessions. His Porsche 911 Turbo S, a $210,000 marvel, sits proudly among his elite counterparts, sharing space with the Ferrari 488 Pista Spider, a machine built for the gods, an engineering masterpiece that perfectly mirrors Jordan's larger-than-life persona. And then, there's the McLaren Mercedes SLR 722, a seductive, lightning-fast convertible, once owned by Jordan himself, causing an absolute sensation when it recently auctioned for nearly $700,000. Yet, among all these breathtaking machines, one stands above the rest. Shrouded in mystery, draped in sheer power, the Bugatti Veyron. A multi-million-dollar beast acquired by Jordan after his retirement. This isn't just a car, this is an untouchable symbol of dominance, a machine built for those who exist beyond ordinary luxury. From the polished porcelain floors of his palatial mansions to the gleaming, shadow-cloaked supercars in his private vaults, every inch of Michael Jordan's empire is a monument to extravagance, power, and a lifestyle that few can even begin to comprehend. But it's not just cars. Michael Jordan's watch collection is so exclusive, it includes a timepiece worth $1.25 million. The story behind it? Even crazier. Michael Jordan's $1 million watch collection. When it comes to absolute luxury, Michael Jeffrey Jordan operates in a league of his own. His obsession with ultra-rare, jaw-dropping timepieces isn't just about telling time, it's about making a statement. A statement of power, prestige, and untouchable dominance. On his wrist, watches aren't just accessories. They are symbols of wealth that most men can only dream of owning. It begins with precision and elegance. A Panerai PAM 425 radiomirror, a sleek $7,000 masterpiece, resting beside a rare Panerai PAM 172 radiomirror, equally priced yet infinitely more elusive. But these are merely the opening act. Jordan's collection escalates into another realm, where his wrist frequently bears an Audemars Piguet millinery white gold, a staggering $45,000 showpiece, or a custom Rolex Daytona, a pure white spectacle commanding $55,000. Yet for a man like Jordan, the expectation is never enough. His hunger for exclusivity drives him into uncharted territory, where timepieces become artifacts of power. His Frank Mueller Long Island Perpetual Calendar, valued at $81,000, is a statement of precision, while his Lange and Söhne datograph, priced at $90,000, represents German engineering at its finest. But then, there's the iconic Rolex GMT Master in solid yellow gold, a titan in the watch world, a symbol of legacy, commanding a whopping $140,000. And yet the true masterpieces, the ones that truly set Jordan apart, the Urwerk UR-220 red gold, an avant-garde marvel priced at $155,000, and its counterpart, the Urwerk UR-22, a futuristic legend demanding $145,000. Watches are not made for the masses, but for those who exist in a realm of their own. But even among these treasures, one watch stands above them all, an untouchable, mind-boggling throne of craftsmanship, the Ulysse Nardin Royal Blue Mystery Tourbillon, a $1.25 million spectacle, the undisputed crown jewel of his empire. A watch so breathtaking, so impossibly rare, it is not just a timepiece, it is a throne, a legacy, a symbol of power that only a legend like Michael Jordan could rightfully claim. Jordan's floating palace is pure luxury, but wait until you hear the insane price tag. Inside Michael Jordan's $80 million superyacht. Picture it now, Michael Jordan, the NBA Titan, standing on the gleaming deck of Mr. Terrible, a marine masterpiece worth a staggering $21 million, slicing through the waves with effortless power. But make no mistake, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Jordan's taste for opulence doesn't just reach the highest peaks, it conquers the oceans. Enter Joy, a 230-foot-long floating paradise that redefines what it means to sail in style. And the price? A jaw-dropping $811,000 for 1 week. Only a select few could ever dream of stepping aboard. But for Michael Jordan, it's just another day in his empire of excess. Yet, even Joy is nothing compared to the true crown jewel of Jordan's maritime kingdom, a mind-blowing 70-meter superyacht that takes luxury to an entirely new level. But keeping this floating fortress operational comes at an astronomical cost, an estimated $10 million per year, just to maintain its flawless perfection. And the yacht itself? A staggering $80 million. This isn't just wealth, this is power. This is Michael Jordan, a man who doesn't just own luxury, he defines it. And when he's not on the water, he's in the air, flying in a $60 million custom Gulfstream jet. This isn't just a private plan, it's a flying mansion fit for a king. Michael Jordan's $60 million private jet. When NBA legend Michael Jordan takes to the skies, he doesn't just fly, he dominates the air with the same unmatched authority that made him a global icon. His ride? A Gulfstream G550, a jet so elite, so powerful, it's nearly capable of breaking the sound barrier. But for Jordan, it's not just about speed, it's about power, prestige, and absolute luxury. This isn't just any aircraft, it's a flying masterpiece, meticulously designed to reflect the Air Jordan brand, with an interior so lavish it could rival the world's most exclusive penthouses. And the price tag? a staggering $60 million. Each flight costs a fortune. But for Jordan, it's just another symbol of his untouchable status, limitless wealth, and unshakable legacy. This jet isn't just transportation. It's a statement, a floating fortress of exclusivity that leaves millions wondering, what's it really like inside the world of an untouchable legend? Michael Jordan's billion-dollar life. Scandals, power moves. Born in Brooklyn, New York on the 17th of February 1963, Michael Jeffrey Jordan wasn't just destined for greatness, he forged it. As a teen in Wilmington, North Carolina, he faced public humiliation, cut from his high school basketball team. But instead of breaking him, it ignited him. He grew 4 inches, dominated junior varsity with 40 points per game, and forced the world to pay attention. At North Carolina, he etched his name into history with a game-winning shot in the 1982 NCAA championship, marking the birth of a legend. By 1984, he entered the NBA battlefield, and from rookie sensation to 6-time champion, Jordan became more than an athlete. He became a global icon. But his life off the court? A drama of power, wealth, and scandal. His 1989 marriage to Juanita Vinoy ended in 2006 with a record-breaking $168 million divorce settlement. In 2013, he married Cuban supermodel Yvette Prieto in a lavish ceremony attended by America's elite. Yet, controversy always lurked. In 2006, a woman claimed Jordan offered her $5 million to hide an alleged child. DNA tests proved otherwise, and he never paid a cent. But the biggest mystery, was it a personal choice, or was there something darker behind the scenes? The truth remains buried, but one thing is clear, his story isn't over yet. What do you think about Michael Jordan's? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Like this video, subscribe so you never miss a new story about the world's most fascinating people. Thanks for watching.